Lots of credit deserved. Time to bring out the panel this evening, people. We've got Andrew Barnes, we've got man like Matt, Andy's moustache coming on the show. We've got Judge Mo, Winter Surfer are all backstage. Welcome, gentlemen. Congratulations to the Chelsea boys. Well done on picking up another major European trophy this evening. Winter Surfer, I'm going to go to you first. How are you feeling right now? And break the game down for me.
I'm very pleased to wrap up the season the way it is, to see this young team get a winning feeling, hopefully to carry on, to basically play. We went from one half to the other where we played the worst football I've seen this season, some of the best football I've seen this season. So, yeah, it was a roller coaster. The first half was not acceptable. It was probably the worst I've seen us play all season. That first half, too slow. Gusto inverted doesn't work. I don't care what anyone says. It just doesn't work. He's a terrible passer inverted. It was strange that he picked Badiashile and Chalobah. They've only played together 3 times this season. So he got the lineup wrong. But he made changes at halftime. Reece James came on far better. He then brought Colwell on and Sancho on, changed the game even more. Enzo was brilliant. Palmer stepped up brilliant. Jackson scored. It was sensational. It was great. And you know what? We're going to celebrate. This is the equivalent. Terry, this is the European League Cup to me. So I'm going to celebrate it like a League Cup. I'm going to celebrate it today. I'm going to be shameless and say we've won it all summer because no one can take that away from my club. And we have. And you know what? All the haters in the chat, you spent 1.5 billion for this. So what? You get in the competition and you try and win something. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to defend Chelsea against. I'm going to just to prove I'm not an Arsenal fan as well. Really, I'm doing this. I'm going to defend Chelsea like I defend Arsenal at times. This isn't the end of Chelsea. Chelsea haven't spent £1 billion, and they end this season. That £1 billion squad is now in the Champions League. Is now going to be pushing to try and win the Premier League next year. It's what they've won so far. The idea, that's the bit about that comment that just, and I don't mind it from rivals because rivals are meant to try and undermine everything you do. It's when I hear, you'll get it on Talk Sport later tonight, £1 billion for a Conference League. That's nonsense. Football's just ended. Do you know what I'm saying?
I will say this. I will say this. I only ever want to win this competition once. I don't want to win it again. So I only want to, on our list of honours, I just want it one, like times one beside it. I just want that. But I'll criticise Maresca first half and the players. But again, like you said, Terry, and I think during the running last year, any adversity, the heads dropped. And we all saw it. They crumbled. But he gave them a kick up the backside, gave himself a kick up the backside at halftime, made the change, made the Reece James change, an immediate effect. And the mentality came through, and I'm glad. I want my players when they retire to have that have hurt shoulders from lifting so many trophies. That's what I want them to have. I want them to have shoulder injuries, and hopefully this is the start. And for me, getting back in the Champions League isn't just about being in the Champions League. I want to go win it. I want to go win a third one. I want to go win it. This isn't like, we're there to make up the numbers. Go win it. Go buy players now. Go make sure this squad can handle all the games next season. Fantastic second half performance. Cole Palmer stepped up brilliantly. Enzo Fernandez wrapped up a fantastic season. Caicedo got a deserved goal. Yeah, excellent. And like you said, credit to Maresca for turning it around. And we broke that English-Spanish final curse as well.
Yeah, you broke Spain's dominance. That was the first Spanish team in a European Cup final for 25 years to not win it. They had won their previous, I don't know how many they were in, but for 25 years, from 2000 until this final, every time a Spanish team's been in it, a Spanish team has won it.
Can I also ask Terry? Can I just all those people that talked about Anthony before the final? Where are they in the chat? I just want to know about Anthony was going to dunk on us and. All that, Anthony, I did remind people that Cucurella has pocketed better wingers in the Premier League this season than Anthony, so I was never worried. But I tell you what, though, we were lucky not to be 2-0 down in the first half, I think, in that first 35 minutes, because they definitely had the best chances, and we couldn't. We were too slow, but we rectified it. And you know what? I don't care about the first half anymore because the team won. So I'll let the other speak now.
I hear that. Matt, obviously, very important to win it. I really want to get your take on Palmer because a lot of people started writing him off a few months ago, not Chelsea fans, rivals, pundits, but he stepped up in that second half. He picked up a man of the match performance in a European Cup final, 2 brilliant assists. Maybe you don't come back without his brilliance today.
100%. I mean, Palmer for me is one of the best. He's the best player in Chelsea. Obviously he's had a bit of off form, and I've seen so many Chelsea fans already write him off this, that. But the guy's absolutely class. The way he was playing. Even I was screaming at him when he was standing in that box. I was like, "Pass Madueke, pass Madueke." But the turn he does, is just unbelievable. The player he is fantastic. I'm so excited to see what he's going to bring. And it was just an unbelievable game. I was here 4 years ago, Terry, celebrating the Champions League in this exact seat, on this exact channel 4 years ago for the Champions League. So 4 years later, another European Cup. It's just absolutely fantastic. And as everyone's been saying, Maresca got it wrong in the first half. We move, that's what managers are for. They fix their issues, they fix their problems, and he did that perfectly. And Gusto as well. The inverted right back. I mean, I think we've been saying it all season. The inverted right back is never going to work, and I don't know why he did it, but he did what it is. It is what it is. But again, coming to now,
do you know what, Matt? Just before in the first half, it was very strange. I didn't understand what Maresca was doing. How do you have a fullback in Cucurella that is playing as a center back and another fullback that is inverted? So the width is only coming from the wingers, and I didn't understand that plan. And
wingers can't.
And your wingers cannot do it on their own. Like no one can do it. You need at least one of them to have support. And because I looked at the picture and you literally had 3, Palmer and 3. I'm like, that is not a football, Matt. That is not a football plan. Like every long ball behind Malo Gusto was dangerous for the Moroccan guy. I don't know his name. And Cucurella was 1-on-1 against Anthony, and Anthony's crap. So thank God for this, like for Chelsea fans, that Anthony is shit, right, in this game. But Cucurella didn't provide anything going forward, and it was clearly instructions by Maresca, because every time he was going forward, Badiashile was asking him to come back and stay with them in the back 3. And I'm like, what are you doing? You cannot play like this, especially when he was down. He's still playing the same way, and I don't understand this. Second half, it was completely different. Even Cucurella made late runs. Even Cucurella made runs forward. Reece James was supporting Madueke on the right side. I get your point about the inverting thing works only when the other fullback is flying, like what Man City do. When you see like Gvardiol flying up the wing and the other fullback is inverting, that's fine. But having a third center back and an inverted fullback, that doesn't work. I've never seen it.
And that's when most people like out. No, you can't. And that's why it was.
You can't do both. Yeah. Like Guardiola doesn't doesn't invert one. No. Like even Arteta, when he inverts a fullback, the other fullback is going to support the winger.
Yeah.
Like he wants to have a fullback defending. Yeah, like I don't get it, to be honest. I didn't get it.
I hear that. I hear that. I was wanting to try and keep it on Palmer for a minute because Andrew Barnes, like you know, he's a player that had a lot of stick. What did you make of him? Of course, there's Enzo's performance as well in that second half. They just both of them just seemed to grab that game by the scruff of the neck and ensure you got the win.
Yeah, so like Andrew was saying, the first half, like it was terrible. I think one of the worst first halves. It's Maresca was trying to do like a Pep where he's trying to control the ball and like again keep passing it side by side or sideways, and it was really frustrating, especially when we are down. It's frustrating. And then the second half, I think he did a potch. He just told them give the ball to Palmer and let him figure it out, because Palmer really like turned it around for us. Like he genuinely, you were saying this, Terry, in your monologue, that this guy is a world-class player, and he chose the right moment to sort of come into that form. He decided that, okay, I want to do this now, because both his assists were really like clever. They were not just like throw it in the box and hope for something. He knew what he was doing because he stopped the play. Both times he stopped the play and he looked at the defender eye to eye, and then he turned them, or then he went this way or that way. So it was really amazing to see. Jackson's goal was a little bit lucky for Jackson, because I think he totally missed it and he chested it in, but it still went in. So I was like happy for that. And like Enzo Fernandez has been good for us. He's been crashing the box. That was Lampard-esque, like you said. He's been crashing the box for us for some time. I think it's a style that Maresca wants Enzo to like play in, and it's like his new role. So I'm like fully thrilled for them. I was really thrilled for our player of the season and Chelsea's player of the season. He got a goal at the end, Caicedo. So really, really thrilled. And I don't care what people say. When you win a trophy, that means there's more money coming into the club, which means we can invest more in areas that we need to. Like whatever money that we've already spent, the billion, like 1 billion that we spent. So we figure that out, and I'm really happy. I'm happy for the set, but I agree with Andrew. I don't want to win this trophy again. I don't want to be in this competition again. But I know that years from now, like maybe when like I don't know 10, 15 years from now, they'll talk about how there was a really big club in this competition, and hopefully that's us, and no other club has to get into this.
Yeah, I mean, and you'll find. I mean, listen, I know you never want to be there again, but football goes in cycles, and they make them a point again in 15 years, 20 years, where the cycle goes round, and you have a little dip, and you end up back in it. But when you're back in it, you want to win it on your way back up to the top. And I think we all do this. I'm guilty too. We spend so much time thinking about football like this is it. If we don't do it now, it's never going to happen. And I know time isn't endless for us. We've all got a sell-by date, as it were. But so I do think we often scream for the end result instantly all the time, and it isn't always possible. So you've got to look at that. There's a super chat here.
I just wanted to say something on Anthony. I just want to say something on Anthony. Like all these guys who were talking about Anthony and how Anthony, I even had it at my workplace. People at my workplace, like they were like, Anthony's going to dunk on y'all and all of those things. And I was like, you forget that we have Sancho. We have the other United guy. And he put the ball in the net. I was so thrilled.
Yeah, if I've been honest with you, like I've been gassing Anthony up, but purely it's performative. It's like, give me some money. I knew we were going to see this performance from him tonight because I don't know how it's happened, because we haven't done this. England versus Premier League teams versus La Liga have been a lot closer this season. The English teams that have played La Liga sides, unless I'm forgetting a game, just smash the living daylights out of them. The way the English teams have been built over the last few years, it feels like it's come to a head of just there's so much power and pace. These La Liga teams can't handle it because technically for 35 minutes, they put all their energy into it. They were playing brilliantly. Isco, I mean, as one of your fans said it, Isco was wonderful tonight. It was rolling back the years. But as soon as their legs started to go just a little bit, and funnily enough, when Man United played Bilbao away, that first opening 25 minutes, they could have done to us what Batiste did to you. They should have scored. And then obviously they got a red card and everything else. And you lot are a much better team than Man United, by the way. It's just something really interesting because games between the Spanish and the English sides are normally a lot closer. I mean, look, I know a lot of people are digging out Arsenal. They smashed Real Madrid 5-1 as well. Like, this isn't just one English side. It's been a lot of Spanish teams been slapped up this year. They need to go and invest in some athleticism, I tell you, because that's one thing I think the English teams need to just keep investing in. Raise that technical floor, but look at that physicality, because I think it's paying dividends in Europe.